Let's go straight to the recipes for a great patriotic Memorial Day. Number 1. The ultimate loaded chili-topped hot dogs. Imagine a hot dog, juicy and bursting with flavor, smothered in a rich hearty chili and topped with a rainbow of toppings. That's the ultimate loaded chili-topped hot dog. For this culinary delight, you'll need some premium hot dogs and buns, and ingredients for a robust chili including ground beef, onions, garlic, a variety of beans, tomatoes, and a secret blend of spices. Don't forget the toppings. Think shredded cheddar cheese, sour cream, jalapenos, and fresh cilantro. Start by making the chili. Sauté the onions and garlic until they're soft and translucent. Then add the ground beef and cook until it's browned. Mix in the beans, tomatoes, and spices and let the chili simmer until it's thickened and the flavors have melded together. This could take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, but trust me, it's worth the wait. While the chili is simmering away, grill your hot dogs until they're perfectly charred. Toast the buns for a bit of crunch. Now comes the fun part, assembling your ultimate loaded chili-topped hot dogs. Lay a grilled hot dog on each toasted bun and ladle a generous helping of chili on top. Don't be shy, let that chili overflow. Next, sprinkle a handful of shredded cheddar cheese over the chili. The heat will melt the cheese, creating a gooey, delicious mess. Now, for the final touches, a dollop of sour cream to cut through the richness of the chili, a scattering of jalapenos for a pop of heat, and a sprinkle of fresh cilantro for a fresh, herby note. So there you have it, the ultimate loaded chili-topped hot dogs, a perfect addition to your Memorial Day cookout. Number 2, smoked brisket. Next up, we have the mouth-watering smoked brisket, tender and smoky. It's a meat lover's dream. Brisket, a cut of meat from the lower chest of beef or veal, is known for its rich, deep flavor when cooked properly. Smoking a brisket is a culinary art form that requires patience and precision, but the end result is undeniably worth it. So, let's dive into what you'll need to make this masterpiece. First, you'll need a quality piece of brisket, preferably a full packer, cut with a nice fat cap. You'll also need a good smoker, hardwood chips for the smoke, and a reliable meat thermometer. For the rub, you'll want a mix of brown sugar, paprika, salt, pepper, and any other spices you fancy. The process begins with preparing your brisket. Trim off any excess fat, leaving about a 1/4 inch layer for flavor. Next, apply your rub generously, making sure to cover every inch of the brisket. Let it sit for a while to allow the flavors to sink in. Now it's time to light up your smoker. Aim for a temperature around 225 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it's up to temp, place your brisket fat side up on the grates. The fat will slowly melt as the brisket cooks, keeping the meat juicy and tender. The smoking process is a slow and steady one. It may take anywhere from 12 to 20 hours depending on the size of your brisket. Patience is key here. Monitor the temperature regularly, and remember, if you're looking, you're not cooking. Once the brisket reaches an internal temperature of around 200 degrees, it's time to take it off the smoker. But don't be too hasty to slice into it. Let it rest for at least an hour to allow the juices to redistribute. Serve your smoked brisket sliced against the grain with a side of coleslaw or your favorite barbecue sides. You can also make sandwiches with the leftovers, if there are any. With this smoked brisket, you're sure to impress your guests this Memorial Day. Number 3, grilled vegetable flatbread with smoked almond muhammara. For something a little lighter but equally delicious, we have the grilled vegetable flatbread with smoked almond muhammara. Now this dish isn't just a mouthful to say, it's a flavorful adventure that's sure to dazzle your palate. Let's start with what you'll need. For the flatbread, gather up some yeast, flour, a bit of sugar, and salt. You'll also need some warm water and olive oil to bring it all together. Now, for the star of the show, the smoked almond muhammara. This is a Middle Eastern spread that's packed with flavor. You'll need some smoked almonds, red bell peppers, garlic, lemon juice, pomegranate molasses, cumin, and red pepper flakes. And don't forget the olive oil and salt for seasoning. First, let's get that flatbread going. Dissolve the yeast and sugar in warm water and let it sit until it's frothy. Then mix in the flour and salt and knead until you have a smooth dough. Let it rise, then roll it out and grill it until it's charred and crispy. While that's grilling, you can start on the muhammara. First, roast your bell peppers until they're charred, then peel off the skin. Blend them up with the smoked almonds, garlic, lemon juice, pomegranate molasses, cumin, and red pepper flakes. Slowly drizzle in the olive oil while the blender is running until you have a smooth, creamy spread. Now for the vegetables, grill them until they're slightly charred and tender, then season with salt and pepper. Spread the muhammara on your grilled flatbread, top with your grilled vegetables, and there you have it. This grilled vegetable flatbread with smoked almond mahamra is a refreshing and flavorful dish that everyone will enjoy. Number 4, pineapple jalapeno agua fresca. What's a cookout without a refreshing drink? Let me introduce you to the pineapple jalapeno agua fresca. Now, this isn't your everyday drink. This is a beverage that packs a punch of flavor, combining the sweet tropical taste of pineapple with the fiery kick of jalapeno. It's a concoction that's sure to get your taste buds tingling and keep you cool during those hot summer days. Let's start with what you're going to need. Gather up a ripe pineapple, some fresh jalapenos, a bit of sugar, a handful of fresh mint, a pinch of salt, and some sparkling water. First up, the pineapple. You'll want to peel it, core it, and cut it into chunks. This is the sweet base of your drink, the tropical flair that brings the summer to your glass. Next, the jalapenos. You'll slice them up, seeds and all. This is where the heat comes in. The jalapenos add a spicy kick that contrasts beautifully with the sweetness of the pineapple. But don't worry, it's a gentle heat, not an overpowering one. If you're not a fan of spicy foods, feel free to adjust the amount of jalapeno to your liking. Once you've prepared your pineapple and jalapenos, it's time to mix them together. Add them to a blender along with the sugar, fresh mint, and a pinch of salt. Blend until smooth, then strain the mixture to remove any larger bits. Finally, add in the sparkling water. This gives your drink that refreshing, bubbly texture that's perfect for sipping on a hot day. Stir it all together, and there you have it. A pineapple jalapeno agua fresca, ready to be served. Pour it over ice, garnish with a slice of pineapple or a sprig of mint, and enjoy. It's a drink that's as fun to look at as it is to drink, with its vibrant yellow color and green flecks of jalapeno and mint. This pineapple jalapeno agua fresca is the perfect balance of sweet and spicy, a refreshing addition to any Memorial Day celebration. Enjoy! Number 5, red velvet cake ice cream sandwiches. And finally, for dessert, we have the indulgent red velvet cake ice cream sandwiches. This is not just your regular ice cream sandwich. It's a dessert that screams a celebration, a perfect blend of rich, moist red velvet cake with creamy, delectable ice cream nestled between 2 layers. It's a treat that will leave your taste buds begging for more. Now, let's talk about the ingredients. To create this symphony of sweetness, we will need basic cake ingredients like flour, sugar, cocoa powder for that distinct red velvet flavor, and red food coloring to give our cake its iconic look. For the ice cream, you can go with a classic vanilla to complement the flavors of the red velvet, or get adventurous with the flavors like cream cheese or even red velvet ice cream for an extra red velvet punch. Moving on to the making process. The first step is to bake our red velvet cake. It is very similar to making a traditional cake, but with the addition of cocoa powder and red food coloring. While our cake is cooling, we can move on to the ice cream. If you're making homemade ice cream, now's the time to churn it. If you're using store-bought, make sure it's softened enough to spread but not melted. Once our cake is cooled and our ice cream is ready, it's time for the fun part, assembling the sandwiches. Cut the cake into equal squares or use a round quarter for a traditional sandwich look. Scoop a generous amount of ice cream onto the piece of cake, then gently press another piece on top. You'll want to work fairly quickly here to prevent the ice cream from melting. Once our sandwiches are assembled, they go into the freezer to firm up. These red velvet cake ice cream sandwiches are a decadent treat that will end your Memorial Day cookout on a sweet note. They are a celebration of summer and a testament to the fact that sometimes best things in life are a little messy, a lot delicious, and always worth sharing. So there you have it, 5 fantastic recipes to elevate your Memorial Day cookout. We've journeyed through the flavors of the ultimate loaded chili-topped hot dogs, a dish that brings a new level of deliciousness to a classic cookout staple. We've explored the smoky, juicy realm of the smoked brisket, a centerpiece dish that promises to impress. Our taste buds have danced on the grilled vegetable flatbread with smoked almond muhammara, a symphony of flavors that bring a delightful twist to the traditional flatbread. We've quenched our thirst with the refreshing and slightly spicy pineapple jalapeno agua fresca, a drink that is as unique as it is invigorating. And let's not forget the sweet finale, the red velvet cake ice cream sandwiches, a dessert that combines 2 beloved treats into one indulgent delight. Each of these recipes is a celebration of taste, a testament to the joy of cooking and sharing good food with loved ones. They bring together a variety of ingredients, techniques, and flavors, showcasing the endless possibilities that cooking offers. But remember, these recipes are more than just a list of ingredients and steps. They're an invitation to explore, to experiment, and to enjoy the process of creating something delicious. They're a reminder that cooking is not just about the end product, but about the journey you take to get there. It's about the sizzle of the hot dogs on the grill, the aroma of the brisket as it smokes, the crunch of the flatbread as you bite into it, the burst of flavor from the drink, and the sweet satisfaction of the dessert. So as you prepare for your Memorial Day cookout, I encourage you to embrace these recipes. Try them out, play around with them, make them your own. Share them with your family and friends, and make your cookout a memorable one. I encourage you to try these recipes and share your experiences. Happy cooking and have a memorable Memorial Day. For more amazing food and drinks tips and recipes, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss an update from us. Tell us about your thoughts in the comment section. Check out our other videos for more culinary inspiration. We love you. Until next time, keep cooking, stay adventurous.